Yeah, still on the same topic, fraction. I hope the diagrammatic expression I gave you has been able to give you an insight into what a fraction is. Now let us define a fraction as a mathematics pupil or student. A fraction is a number that is expressed as a ratio of two integers. Let's say a fraction is a number that is expressed as a ratio of two integers. Now let's look at it. When I gave you the example of a pizza shared between Fatai and I said we shared one pizza into two equal parts. So we have 1/2. Do we understand? And 1/2 each. So this is what we call a fraction. It is more like a ratio and it is used to express two integers. Now, let me say in layman English, for kids, I always define fraction as a real number. A fraction is a real number. A fraction is a real number that has a numerator, comma, denominator, and at times a whole number. A fraction is a real number that has a numerator, a denominator, and at times, not all the time, but at times it has a whole number. I'm going to show you what a numerator is, a denominator is, and a whole number is. Just keep watching along. I said a fraction is a real number that has a numerator, denominator, and at times a whole number. I said earlier that 1/2 is a fraction. It is very common. We use 1/2 almost all the time. So we'll talk about a numerator. A numerator is the number that is above the line or on the line. This number up here is referred to as a numerator. Then the denominator is the number below the line. This is the denominator. The number above the line is referred to as the numerator. The number below the line is referred to as the denominator. In this fraction, we do not have a whole number. That was why I said at times a whole number, because a fraction does not usually have a whole number all of the time, but it can have it some of the time. So I will have to introduce a whole number here. Let me say a whole, that means a full number, not a fraction, not a part, a full number. I can just say 4 whole number. This big 4 here is referred to as the whole number. Do we understand? So this is 4 whole number 1/2, or in other words, we can say 4.5. Do we understand? Like I told you earlier that this is half of a pizza. Do we understand? So this is 4.5. The number above the line is the numerator. The number below the line is the denominator, and this number standing alone, this full number, is called the whole number.